Hello and welcome to Miss Price Creates. Today I have something a little bit different than my normal Erin Condren planning. I decided that I wanted to do a reading journal. I do understand that it's September, so I'm going late into the game, but I'm on Goodreads, so I have all of the books I've read in my Goodreads. So I'm going to go ahead and back journal, I guess you can say, from now back. But so far, this is what I have set up. I figured I'd share it with you. This is a journal from Maisie Lane Co. She's not going to be doing journals for very much longer, but her journals are my absolute favorite. So I'm kind of sad that she's not going to do that part of her business anymore. Anyways, I went ahead and I took a piece of paper and glued it on the inside to make this kind of a cover. And I glued a few pages together to make it a little bit thicker. That I have this quote here from George Martin. I've lived 1,000 lives and loved 1,000 loves. I walked on distant worlds and seen the end of time because I read. That's one of my favorite quotes. Here's another one. Books are uniquely portable magic. And this is by Stephen King. And I think it's so true. Both quotes. I love to read, especially sci-fi, fantasy, romance, that kind of thing. It's my favorite. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I have the Reading 100 Books. It's just a printable I got and glued it in here. I need to go ahead and color in the books. I think I've read so far this year about 52 books or so. So I need to color in each one. What I think I'm going to do, instead of writing in the name of the title, because some of the titles are long, I might just color it in the same color scheme as the books. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. But here so far I have a running list of what I've read on my Kindle and what I've listened to audiobooks. As you can see, the audiobooks list is longer because I listen to audiobooks while I work. And then the Kindle, I read in the evening. So I don't read as much on the Kindle. So next here, I did like a year at a glance. And I'm keeping track of how many books I read and how many pages. So I went ahead and did all of these. Like I said, I keep it on Goodreads, so I was able to keep track of when I finished each book. So I'm going off of the finish date for the book. That's when I put it in the month, is if I finished it that month. So far my highest month was June with 10 books and over 4,000 pages. I think right now I'm up to over 20,000 pages total for the year, and I'm going to keep track of that as well. Then here I have the Reading at a Glance. I got this idea off of another YouTuber. I don't remember her name at this point, but if I can find the video, I'll link it below. And so each day's color coded. If you use your Kindle, your audiobook, a physical book. I don't usually read physical books. I usually only do Kindle and audiobooks. I read so many books, I wouldn't have anywhere to store them. And then you put a dot in it if you finished a book. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I have my Goodreads. So I'm going to go ahead and mark and go back plan for the rest of the year. And then I'll go ahead and add those in there as well. So that I will go ahead and be backdating here shortly. And then here I have new book release dates. So anytime a series I'm reading or an author I'm reading has another book that's going to release, I'll go ahead and just list it here. So that way I don't forget about them. Then I have favorite authors just to keep track of, because there's some that are just my absolute favorite who I like to read all of their books. So just a little running list here. And then here I'm doing a seasonal to be read. So like fall, Halloween books that I might want to read, like themed, not necessarily about the holidays, but kind of set in that time frame, just because sometimes, you know, during the holidays, especially Christmas and fall and Halloween, you kind of want to read a book in that theme. You know, it's kind of cozy, but maybe it's just me. But anyways, so that is all that I have set in here so far. What I'm going to do then is put a picture of each book, and then I'm going to put my star rating and maybe some other rating as well. And that's what these pages are going to be for. And I will go ahead and put them all in. And then I'll put like a little note if it's like a book that I would reread, because there's a few series that I would reread. Not very many, but there are a few. A Court of Thorns and Roses is the one that I've reread. And then there is a series by Kate Stewart. It's a trilogy. It's Flock, Exodus, and The Finish Line. Those books were amazing, and I will be rereading those as well. I do know that this will take me into next year as well, so I'm perfectly okay with that. It doesn't have to be like 1 year per book. But anyways, this is what I have so far. If you have any suggestions of like what to add or any fun reading challenges that I could add in here, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. If there is anything that you think would be fun to add, link that as well in the comments. I read all of them, but anyways, this is my reading journal so far. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed seeing this video, and I will be doing more videos with my reading journal. If this is something you like, please give a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you like it, so I can keep creating this content for you if you're a book lover like me. Also, if you have any book recommendations, drop them below, because I'm on Goodreads, and I'll put my Goodreads link in here in case you want to follow me. And I'll follow you back on Goodreads, because I love to see what books you guys are reading and see if I would maybe like reading them. If you have any good book recommendations, go ahead and let me know. You can tell by my reading list the genre that I like to read. Most of it's romance, sci-fi romance. Those are my main books that I love to read, so I appreciate any recommendations. I hope you guys have a great Friday and a good weekend. It's a 3-day weekend this weekend for most, so I hope you enjoy that, and I will talk to you later.